So jumping right into things, this is my braid down. So this braid in the middle is my leave out at the top. Those two braids in the front is my leave out in the front. And then this is just what the back looks like. There's no particular reason why I did it like this. I was just trying something different. But yeah, these are my leave out that's going to be on the sides and my top leave out again. All right, so I'm going to start with a black wig cap. For some reason, I feel like the black wig caps are thicker than the little beige ones. I don't know why. I feel like they are, but really they could just be the same consistency or the same thickness and I'm just tripping, but whatever. I use the black wig caps and I'm going to use my white eyeliner pencil, which is broken, but I'm going to do what I can. I'm going to outline. Yeah, that fell out. I was so mad, y'all. I was so mad, but the show must go on. So I had to pick up that little piece and try and outline it again. So I'm outlining my leave out at the top here. And then I do outline my leave out on the sides, but I'm going to be doing that in just a little bit. But look at this little piece. Like, how disrespectful. But I was still going to make it work. Anyway, so I'm just taking my scissors and I'm cutting out the wig cap so that it can fit behind my ears. I'm doing like small little holes. You don't want to cut it too big because then it'll show like your scalp in the back. I don't know. So just do something real small and just like barely squeeze your ear through it. You don't need like a big old hole yet like that. And then just cut off the extra little piece. I prefer doing my wig caps like this by like cutting the ear holes because I feel like the wig cap fits snugger on my head as opposed to putting the wig cap behind my ear. But anyway, so I am lining the rest of my hair. I am struggling, y'all. This little piece just won't let me be great. Okay. Anyway, so I'm just gonna outline the rest of the wig cap, basically where I'm going to stop. When I'm putting on like my adhesive, the glue and all of that. Like this is just like an outline so I know like do not pass this line, do not pass go, do not collect $200. So guess what, y'all, this time I'm trying something a little bit different. I know usually I'll use the Morning Glory protective shield, but it's really messy, okay, and very sticky, and I didn't feel like being bothered with all that, to be honest with you. So I am just going to try it with just my Got to Be Free spray, and I also used the Eben spray like in conjunction and just blow dried it like that. So like what I'm doing here now, I'm still making sure to get the wig cap like super saturated to create like a protective barrier between my hair and the wig cap and the glue that's gonna go on. But y'all, I didn't feel like being bothered, and it's worked out just fine, honestly. Like the glue still didn't get on my hair, so I felt like it was fine. I was just being lazy though, to be honest with you. So after I saturated, I'm just gonna take my blow dryer. It's on warm right now, by the way. I kind of flip between warm and cold. I don't know the difference between the two. I mean, dry is dry, is it not? I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe one is better than the other. I would know. So anyways, and I just go in with like multiple layers and I build on it until I feel like it's thick enough, or really until I feel like the wig cap is solid and not going to slide anywhere. Yeah, that's how I know where to stop. So the hair that I'm using is from QVR Hair. They have a website, I'll put it below. But I have the color natural in 20 inches. And then I also got one of the 613 in 20 inches as well. This is how much hair comes in a pack. Okay, so take that as you will. This is called their Genius Invisible Weft. So the little wefts are very thin and very small, so it's supposed to be undetectable. But like I was saying, that's how much hair comes in a pack. I have 4 packs. I would recommend maybe like 6 if you want like a fuller look, by the way. So just a FYI. So anyways, what I'm doing now to do the quick weave is I measure it from ear to ear, starting in the back. I cut it, I put my glue on it, and the glue that I use is the 30-second hair bond glue. Mind you, these wefts are extremely thin, so I'm using a little bit more glue. I'm going to blow it for about 30 seconds, let it dry, and then I'm going to hold it in my hands like so, like this, flip it upside down and flip it towards the back of my head, and then I'm going to use my fingers to feel where I want to place the track. And because these wefts are thinner, definitely hold on a little bit tighter, a little bit longer, just to make sure it holds to the wig cap. And like I said, I do have this 613 blonde hair. This is all of the blonde hair that came in the blonde hair pack. I'm going to alternate doing the tracks like black blonde until I run out, because I just want the blonde to be mostly in the back, but the installation process is still the same. Measure it, cut it, put the glue on it, let the glue dry for a little bit. Well, if you have the 30-second hair glue, I don't know about the other hair glues, but I know this one you need to let it dry. And then you want to flip it over, use your fingers to feel where you laid the last track, and then apply the new track above it. Good news is this is glue, so if you put it in the wrong place, you can slide it around to the right place, to where you want it. Use a handheld mirror. Look at the back if you need to. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to do it blind. Like, you can just look at what you're doing. So now I'm going in with the black track and just alternating my way all the way up my head. So at this point, I'm still on the first two packs of the black and blonde, but I am wrapping up the two. Now, as you can see here, I spaced the tracks in the back kind of further apart because I only had 4 packs and I wanted to make sure I had enough hair. So if you ever feel like you don't have enough hair, or you're worried about not having enough hair, I would recommend spacing them further apart in the back first. Then if you have some left over, you can always go back and fill in the back. But as you work your way up your head, the hair that you lay up on the top of your head will cover any holes that you have. It should. Now, don't get crazy. Don't be trying to do this with like 2 packs. It's not gonna work. But for the most part, it will cover any holes or anything, so you won't be able to see like your wig cap. But yeah, just space them further apart to make sure you have enough. Okay, so now we're moving on to packs 3 and 4. As you can see, I've managed to finagle myself to the middle of my head. This is about where you want to be with half your hair. Half the hair that you buy, you want to be at half your head pretty much. So now I'm taking pack number 3 and I'm measuring it from side to side, going all the way around, covering up that last track of blonde, and then putting the glue on, and I'm just gonna lay it down per usual. Also, I want to mention what I've been doing off camera is taking my blow dryer and blow drying in between each couple of tracks. I'll do it on like warm heat or cool heat, just to make sure the glue is dry to the cap. So as I get towards the top of my head, or at the top of my head, I start laying these tracks in more of a U shape. And the very last track, which is this one right here, I'm making sure to lay it directly on top of that white line that I mapped out a little bit earlier. 1, so you can't see the white line, but 2, I want to make sure it's as close to my natural leave out as possible so that there's not any gaps. All right, y'all, so the hard part is done, and that really only took like an hour. It was actually a very quick weave. So now I'm just taking my scissors and I'm cutting off the excess cap. I start at the middle, just because it's easier for me to start at the middle. Honestly, that's where my leave out is. Making sure, cutting very, very carefully, not to, making sure not to cut my hair. And I'm kind of like pulling on the cap as I cut, like putting tension on it. So I'm making sure that I cut just the cap and not my hair. Alright, so once I'm done cutting off the rest of that cap, I'm just taking my little comb and undoing my little braids in the front for my leave out. Now I'm just taking my little small baby flat iron here and flat ironing my leave out, and my little comb, making sure I get it extra straight so that it can blend in with this hair. Now I'm moving on to my leave out in the middle. I'm just going to unravel this braid so I can flat iron this as well. I do want to mention that before I even did my braid down and all of that, I left out more hair in the middle here because I knew that I probably didn't have like as much hair as I would like to do this style, so I left out more. So I really just want to emphasize, if you use this hair, because the wefts are like thinner, it's their like Genius Invisiweft, you're gonna need more packs. I used 4 packs of hair. I made it work with 4 packs. 4 packs will give you a very thin, natural look. But if you want like a fuller, like thicker, more voluminous look, I would recommend maybe like 6 to 8 packs of hair, to be honest with you. Alright, so since I have this little black and blonde skunk look going on, I decided to put some curls in it because I feel like when you have like highlights like this, I feel like I said like just like 50 million times. Anyways, when you have highlights like this, it's very cute to do curls. So I got my curling iron and I'm struggling here, but I will be curling the hair away from my vase, hopefully. Yeah, and just putting some curls in it all over my head. Alright, once all the curling and everything is done, it's time to move on to my little baby hairs. I'm just using my edge booster, edge control, and my little edge brush and swooping them into place how I like. Something else that I did is I put some edge control around the perimeter of my hair in the front and then brushed it back. Okay, so I did my edges, and then behind my edges I put the edge control on the perimeter and like brushed it backwards so it can look sleek, if that makes sense. And what Kendrick say? Beam, bop, boom, bop, bam, boop, bam. The kind of thing around you wouldn't understand. We are done, and this is what it is looking like. You know, I was a little scared at first. I didn't even hold you, but it actually came out really, really cute and looks very, very natural. You can't tell me that this is not my real hair because it looks like it. When they say Invisible Genius left, they weren't playing. But yeah, so this is the final look. I kind of, like I said, wish I would have had like maybe a few more packs to have a little bit fuller, but it does look extremely natural with the density that it is. So this is the hair next day. Well, not next day, it's actually the same day. I lied. Same day, but I switched my shirt because I was taking pictures. But I re-curled my hair because I wanted the curls to be a little tighter, and I just want to let you know that this does hold curls very well. The second time around when I curled it, but I used clips to like pin it up, and I used a little bit of spritz to hold the curls. So this is what it's looking like. It's looking way better than before. But I mean, if you want like a looser look, you can obviously do that, but I just wanted this, and then I'm gonna pull them apart just so I can have a more structured wavy look. But yeah, definitely check out this hair. It is super cute. All the information is in the description box below. But that is it for this video, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Adios till next time.